This is Smoking Out the Closet. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Rayven Greer.
Hi, I'm Rayven. I use she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Alex. I use they, them pronouns.
And welcome back to another episode of Smoking Out the Closet. How's it going, guys?
How is everybody today?
For those of you who are new, we are a queer podcast that talks about the cannabis and LGBT communities and everything in between.
Yeah.
So, do you want to start with the fun leftover topic we had from last week? Or do you want to start with today's adventure that we did?
Let's talk about today's adventure, and then we can talk about the thing from last week.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. I just had a monster before this, so I apologize. So yeah, do you want to start off with what we did today, or me, or...
Oh, wait, we should probably start off with like what we're smoking.
Oh, what we're smoking? Yeah, I wanted to talk about this more.
So I'm smoking Banana Punch by Insa.
And I am smoking the Cinnamon Buns by Terrapin. And I know that Rayven and I have both smoked this before.
And we reviewed it before in the previous episode.
Before, yeah, with a joint. We split a joint between the two of us. But I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit more because I feel like I don't get to talk about sativas a lot. This is great. And I have anxiety, and so the stereotypical thing's always been, if you have anxiety, stay away from sativas, you'll get energy, it's going to energize you, set your heart rate off, you're going to fucking have like an out-of-body experience, you're going to basically like not have a good time on them. And I've had that happen before with one of your sativas that you had in like one of your pens.
It was a hybrid.
It was probably a
piney and heavy hybrid.
Piney and heavy hybrid, yeah, which doesn't work for me. But I'm glad we found out.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like, I love Terrapin stuff. I look at a bunch of their stuff that comes in. I just learned about they have like a Platinum Reserve line that's called the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like AK's Platinum. For any of you that shop at like His On Leaves.
Or Agri-Kind.
Agri-Kind has dispensaries.
Well, no, it's AK. It's
AK.
Agri-Kind.
Yeah, Agri-Kind. But yeah. So I really like Terrapin, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna try stuff with Terrapin. Rayven brought this home, and we tried it together.
Mm-hmm.
And I got some for myself because I really like it, and because I didn't want to smoke all the stuff that you brought home. But it's really high in limonene, which is my favorite terp. Makes me feel super chill. And I was like, well, if this is a sativa that's supposed to give me energy with my calm, chill out Alex terp, that I can still function, right? I just feel like this would be good for me. So, and then it has a decent amount of myrcene. It's like a 0.3%. So it's going to be good for pain relief and just kind of like a little bit of a body high, just kind of easing like those muscles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has a...
The cat just messed with her blinds.
It has a 0.23 of caryophyllene, so another good anti-inflammatory. Really good for, I would recommend this definitely to patients as an arthritic sort of flower.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you're clear-headed, you can go do whatever you want, you can like clean the house. I feel like it releases a lot of that pain, and I've been having a lot of wrist problems because we had storms rolling in with the barometric pressure changing, so I have arthritis in my wrist, and it flares up during these storms and stuff, and like my wrist does not hurt at all right now. And it's really rare because I use that Costco pain cream.
Yeah, the remedy.
That usually works really well. And it wasn't touching it today. Like when I got home, I rubbed my wrist with it and it still hurt so bad. It also could have been that I was playing Beat Saber yesterday.
Yeah.
But like, I want to be able to do stuff that I like. And that's the one thing that really like gets me in the feels, is because when you have like chronic pain or like a chronic mental condition, stuff like that, you can help like give people a release and they can get back to doing the stuff that they love to do. And it makes me really happy. And like this, I feel like it does that for me too. So this is up there with that Lemon G, actually. Like
also by Terrapin.
Also by Terrapin. I love Terrapin stuff. They're cheap and they're as advertised, I guess, quote unquote, as advertised. But yeah, I was talking to you whenever we were out session, and I was like, if I could put this in like an herb vaporizer, bring it with me, I would really like that, because I've never seen this in like any sort of vape cart or like pod or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. Or like I could get it in an RSO, that'd be cool. Or I could
make some gummies with it.
Real quick. I don't remember what his name is, so I'm not going to plug him or he's going to be my Skittle or whatever. Would have been cool if I grabbed his business card from work. But there's this guy in the area who presses oils for people.
Oh, that's cool.
He's a vet. He's an army vet. and he presses oil for people. Like, he's disabled, so that's what he does.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, it's technically in PA kind of a weird gray area. Like, we're not allowed to really talk about it or advertise it as like advisors at a dispensary, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's stuff that happens so that people can make their edibles, since we don't have edibles and stuff in this state.
Yeah.
And it's also cheaper to get a good amount of flour, right? Get a good like quarter of flour and press it. And it's a long process, but you're going to get more for what you paid for it. It's going to last you longer, especially like if you're on a budget.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, you can make edible. It's not illegal to make and eat edibles. It's not illegal to make and press your own oils, resins, batter, all that. It's just, it's expensive to get it off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not illegal, which is why, we have that bill that's now in Laughlin put it into bill, or McLaughlin, I can't remember which.
Yeah, we talked about briefly on here.
He actually put his memo into a law.
Oh, cool.
Or a bill.
But yeah, like, it was cool this dude did that. But like, yeah, I don't know. I got off track here.
Yeah.
But the cinnamon buns is really nice. I really like it. It really helps me a lot. I feel like I can be human, but I also do get sidetracked pretty easy. But that's just me.
I'm on Banana Punch by Insa. I don't think I reviewed this one yet.
No, this is relatively new, isn't it?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
Was
this what you got on 420?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I got on the 420 sale. I liked it. It's good flavor. Burns pretty smoothly. The trim was still on it though. I still had a lot of the sugar leaf. It was poorly trimmed. I don't know if that's just Insa. I don't know if that's just a bad batch I got. It was not trimmed at all.
Can I interject real quick with what? Because I had smoked this with you, not a pre-podcast sesh, but I had smoked it with you whenever you first brought it home.
Yeah.
And holy shit, if you pack, I was talking to everybody at work about this. If you pack that tight in a J, right? It will like residue oil. What the hell is that called?
You'll get resin in it.
You'll get resin everywhere.
It's because of that sugar leaf.
Everywhere, because the sugar leaf's still in there, and like it resins it sticks to your lips feel like they're gonna stick together. You have to like aerate your joints out.
Yeah, and it also could be partially because like I folded the paper over the filter too, and you might be getting some like gum,
some of the gum from that. But paper. Yeah, something was going on, and it was so sticky, and I felt like also with the cinnamon buns I did today, I did something new. You were like, "Hey, let me try this."
I broke it apart by hand instead of grinding it
for me in my bowl, so that way I could smoke, because I was in like a lot of pain after we went to our little adventure today.
But yeah, it just because all the trichomes and everything were really thick, it got really sticky.
It has a sticky yellow,
the resin,
yellow green film on it now.
Yeah,
inside.
We gotta clean it.
Yeah, I gotta clean it. But man, does that look like neat?
Right.
Just seeing all that resin and shit sticking there, it just fascinates me. And like this guy I was talking to, he was like, he's fascinated by all this too. And there's so many people, and it's in my training and stuff. There's so many people that don't really know how things work, and that's our job, to educate people. And it's so cool to learn all this stuff.
Can I get back to my review?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I just like, oh my gosh.
Your ADHD is getting really bad right now. You just keep on It's okay. I love you.
I know. I don't know why I'm going
I think it's because we bring up a topic and they're like, "Oh, I can talk about this thing," and I'm like, "But I'm still in the middle of my topic."
Okay,
it's okay. We both do that though a lot.
But yeah, I was just kind of. I went off after I added onto your thing. It gets really sticky.
Yeah.
That week gets really sticky.
But I mean, it's good. I just wish it was trimmed better. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, saying it was just the trimming.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It makes me feel medicated. Not a great, I would say, for what I got it for, it's not super great.
What was your intent for buying that strain?
Let me actually, I still have the jar or the container it came in. This is one of those ones that I hate Insa does. Insa's one of those,
they're cat food cans.
Yeah, they're cat food cans. They're can of weeds.
A can of weed.
Let me see if I'm looking at the breakdown in it. Honestly, it's just the highest ones is myrcene and limonene, so I was probably thinking just something for pain during the day. And it really doesn't help with that.
No,
It's super low on everything. I mean, it's super
are
low.
we talking like less than 0.5% terps?
Oh yeah, like the highest terp is 0.181.
Oh my goodness. And what's that one?
The myrcene.
Oh, okay.
Followed by limonene 0.165, followed by caryophyllene 0.134. It's a low dose THCA. I mean, it's not super strong, but for the price, if it wasn't on sale, I don't think I would have gotten this.
It's kind of like that peach cookies pen that I got from Rayven.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that's like, it's cool that it's on sale. We can try it out.
Yeah.
That way we don't feel like we spent so much for it. Like Costco carts.
Yeah, it's Costco's worth it though. Costco is worth that price.
I've heard it, but their carts are so expensive.
Yeah, I know. Insa though is not. It's okay. I've had a good strain from. I've had a couple of good strains from them, but this one wasn't. I don't know if it was just a bad batch or what. So I give this one a 2.
See, that's what I like about Terrapin, because people give them shit because they're cheap, but it's like, yeah, they're cheap. But look at these terp profiles. There's 3 super condensed terps in most of their strains, right?
Yeah, they have more. They just go do the 3 highest.
They're all like, they don't have any crosses. They don't have any hybrids. They just have straight. This is
they have hybrids.
They have hybrids. Technically, all cannabis plants are hybrids, technically speaking, because lineage. But Scott, did somebody at work and I, we were being really like semantic-y with hybrids and shit.
I meant just like they do have like a strain like Northern. It's not their exact strain, but I'm using the example of like Northern Lights and Trainwreck.
Yeah, or Stardog X Northern Lights.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, they're all really like, they have a decent amount of terps. Like the lowest one they usually put on here is like a 0.1 something.
Yeah.
But you see, like, they do have a high concentration. Nothing usually over 1%. But this one I'd probably give maybe like a solid, I don't know, 3.5, 4. I feel like that's my middle of the road.
Yeah.
Just because it's good for pain and stuff, and I feel chill anxiety wise, but also my brain just kind of bops around. But I guess it's because I don't know. It's just maybe just me. That's just me. That part's just me. But yeah, no, it's good for pain relief. It's good for like a chill, just like going about your day, middle of the day, kind of.
Cool. You want to talk about that big adventure we did today?
The trip! I'm so excited about the trip.
Okay, so where we live in Pittsburgh, there is a Sam's Club and a Costco nearby.
Yeah.
And when we were living in State College, hang on, let me hit the table.
Let me hit the table real quick.
I just want to get a little closer. Where we lived in State College, all they had was a Sam's Club. And when I moved up to Pennsylvania from Virginia, it's been a long time since I've seen a Costco. So super happy that we got one here. So we get our membership, and we actually go today. We get our memberships. First time Alex has been over at one, and I thought about
time I've been to a Costco.
I thought about showing them how Costco is so much better than Sam's Club.
Costco is so much better than Sam's Club. Holy shit! And I thought Sam's Club was fucking cool. No, Costco is 100 times better. Quoting the person that was there today, we are like Sam's Club but nicer. Just kidding. And then she just kind of like, gave me that look and winked at me like
legally I can't say that.
I can't legally say this, but we
are. So I introduced Alex to the food.
Those hot dogs are the best I've eaten in my entire life.
The original creator told the current CEO when he thought about making the hot dogs more expensive. So you can get a quarter pound beef hot dog and a 16-ounce fountain drink for $1.50.
And that's fucking blows my mind. That's crazy cheap.
The hot dog's about like what, 8 inches long?
8 inches long, yeah.
It's a good hot dog.
On like a 6-inch bun, so you got an inch overhang on either side. The buns are amazing. They sell the buns in the store. Dogs. And while I was there, I Googled to see if you could buy just the hot dogs. You can. Mm-hmm. We got 15 pounds of hot dogs?
It's a 3-pack of 15 dogs.
Yeah, we have a lot of fucking hot dogs. We should probably freeze some of those.
I threw them all in the freezer.
Oh, they're all in the freezer. Okay. But yeah, the holy shit, these hot dogs are the best I've had in my life. They're so juicy.
They're so good. I would legitimately say they're on par, if not better, than Hebrew National, and Hebrew National is my favorite.
I love Ballpark Franks.
Oh, they're way better than Ballpark.
They're so much better than Ballpark Franks. When I was a cheap college kid, I'd buy Walmart brand hot dogs. Ugh.
Ugh.
God, those are horrible.
But yeah, like legit the original, the guy who started, I think his last name is Kirkland, which is why they have Kirkland's signature.
And the fucking, I got the joke from Rick and Morty now.
He was like, if you raise the prices on the hot dogs, I will kill you.
And like everything is so fucking huge and cheap at Costco. Like this Sunday, I saw this little girl and her mom like sit down with this Sunday that was like what, $1.75?
Yeah.
$2 maybe. This huge ass thing of ice cream with a lot of fudge in it. Like,
And this old guy,
holy
okay,
shit,
so
this
the
old
pizza,
guy was bitching. Oh my god.
the pizza used to be $1.50 when I was a kid. It's now $1.80. So 2 pizzas after taxes is like $4.20. Oh, $4.18, I think it was.
Yeah.
Because it'll be $3.60 something, and then the rest is tax or something like that, right?
Mhm.
It's almost $4 altogether. He's complaining that it's $4. And he's like, oh, I'm never eating here again. I'm like, dude, it's $4 for 2 slices of pizza. That's like a quarter of a freaking pizza.
Yeah, these are huge slices of fucking pizza.
Yeah, they're literally like a quarter, if not a sixth, of a pizza you can get from like Papa. It's 2 or 3 pizzas of like a Domino's or a Papa John's
Yeah.
pizza.
It's a large slice of pizza.
Now it's thin crust, but I honestly prefer thin
I
crust
like
pizza.
thin crust pizza, yeah. But oh my gosh, it's so good.
And then we went to actual grocery shopping, and we did. I made a TikTok about it on our TikTok.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Of what happens when you get 2 stoners who go get, because we basically were grocery shopping for like lunch stuff and snacks.
Yeah, because we do a big trip and then we'll do like a snack and refill up.
Yeah,
trip.
which we're going to do we're going to do our normal groceries, but then we're going to do our big trip for groceries, partially probably at Costco, if not all of it at Costco.
Yeah. There's just some things I don't need a fucking
Bulk.
ridiculously
I
sized
know.
bag of. Like who the fuck, other than my foster family of like 9 fucking people, right, needs a like 64-pack roll of fucking toilet paper?
Yeah, but you get that once, and
fucking
then you have to
ridiculous.
get it for 2 months.
You know, you're right, but where the hell are you gonna store it in the meantime?
Oh, okay. For us, that would be hard to store. But if we had a house,
If we had a house, but living in an apartment in Pittsburgh, it's hard to store shit in the apartment because these fucking closets are horrible.
yeah, they are.
I'm telling you right now, I'm missing that hall closet we used to have in State College.
Same.
God, that hall closet was so handy, and the one in the living room area.
Mhm.
Fuck.
But no, we now have, so we got that 48-pack of cup of noodles, which is,
Oh my god, so good.
so good. I like Maruchan instant packs, like the packs.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
like
big
them
fan
better
of
than
those.
Nissan's noodles, but the cup ones, Nissan is the better one.
Yeah, their instant lunch is so much better.
The cup of noodles is
A cup of noodles.
top tier if you're just going for the cups.
The ramen, I don't know. I've had the ramen in like the ramen. Shoot, it's Marchan, right?
Maruchan?
Moto-chan.
Yeah, Maruchan.
Moto-chan's instant lunch. It's kind of
That
comparable.
we got.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
kind of comparable to like the cup of noodle. I don't know.
It's not as good.
It's not. Their vegetables don't get.
They're hard.
Yeah, they're hard. They don't rehydrate the whole way.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it threw me off. And then I'm looking at it, and then we went grocery shopping. It hit me. I'm like, oh, I used to get cup of noodle.
And we got instant lunch. That's how I tell the difference. It's cup of noodle and instant lunch is what both of them are called, respectively.
But yeah,
Costco. Oh,
it was so good. Like we got samples.
so much fun. We had so many samples, and
We
like,
got 2 pounds of strawberries for like $4.
oh my god, high strawberries, definitely.
Oh, those are
recommend.
good. But like, it was really good. If I had more money, I would probably do this. But we just paid rent and everything, so
Yeah. It's like end of the month, so it's squeaking. We're squeaking.
yeah.
Beginning of the month though, and we have shit ton of fucking money.
Yeah, like the non-rent paycheck of the
The
month.
non-rent paycheck, and that's when I squirrel stuff away for like the end of the month that needs paid.
Yeah, but like we have now a drawer full of Welch's fruit snacks.
Not a sponsor.
We have a drawer for ramen, which is mostly just the little packs, not the cups.
Yeah.
But it has some of the cups. And then we have a cupboard full of the cups of cup of noodles, and also this really fancy one called Snapdragon instant ramen.
We're gonna try tonight for dinner.
Yeah, they look more like a high-end instant noodle, but we got miso ramen, which I've been trying to find for a long time, like in an instant.
And that's why I pointed it out to you. I was like, look, babe, miso ramen.
And I was like, oh, Naruto's favorite, because I am an anime nerd.
Yeah, I need to keep watching some Naruto. I keep getting sucked into other stuff on TV.
But yeah, that was a real fun trip.
It was so much fun. My first Costco trip ever was so much fun.
And it is worth, I will say, not a sponsor, it is worth getting the executive membership, because even if you don't earn enough cash back to pay for the difference between a regular and an executive, they'll pay you that.
Mm-hmm. They're doing that like risk-free thing right now for like the first year, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and
but like I didn't know that they gave you cash back. Sam's Club doesn't fucking do that, do they? Costco's better.
I just didn't have enough to do what I wanted with groceries and get the executive, but next trip, or when, because they have an app now, I might just upgrade it later.
The one thing I did not find at fucking Costco: Hot Pockets. We did not find any fucking Hot Pockets at Costco. Is there you said...
Yeah, is there a fucking Hot Pocket embargo? Because like Walmart's running out of them too.
Like, where the hell are they?
I don't know. We
just buying them?
We totally might have missed them though too.
We could have. I want like Kirkland's brand Hot Pockets.
Oh, they have those. They're kind of more like the Tostino things.
Yeah.
Did you like those?
Those things were interesting.
They're kind of like an empanada, or like
I called them. What did I call them? Pizza pierogies.
Pizza
and Steph
pierogies.
was like the coworker. She was like, "Yo, they're empanadas," and I'm like, "They look like pierogies. They're pizza pierogies." And she was like, "All right, whatever. You know, you're technically right."
What is an empanada but a pierogi? That's hard.
Exactly.
I just piss off a lot of like Latin and Polish people there.
We're just gonna have so many like, what are you talking about?
Our
Pizza
listeners,
fucking pierogies.
Our Polish listeners overseas. Sorry, but I mean it's
overseas. There's a lot of Polish listeners in fucking Pittsburgh still.
I know.
And if we have listeners in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh has a huge Polish population.
That's true, and that's where you get the best pierogies, because like you get them in those like plastic bags.
In the plastic bag in the little hole in the wall shop. There's one in Moon that's great. The one, where did we go? In McKees Rocks was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Like so good.
Also, we're probably gonna get more listeners because I've been putting out business cards everywhere.
I'm gonna go downtown sometime soon.
Yeah.
I'm having an itch to go downtown.
We'll go downtown and take a trip.
Heck yeah.
Walk around.
I'm gonna go on the bus so I don't have to park.
Just get high and
walk around
downtown.
And go downtown. And I'll have my scary dog. I'll be safe.
Is there anything else you wanted to add? Like, do you have another short topic?
Oh, I want to point out my fucking Brita filter. I posted it on I'm gonna post it on our Instagram. I'm in love with this fucking Brita filter. I'm kind of a little bit of a water snob. I grew up in the country with a well and reverse osmosis water because my dad's a plumber. So I had good fucking water because he was like, I know the shit that's in that water. We're filtering it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really high calcium. That's probably why that I still have good bones, even though I'm lactose intolerant for half my life. But yeah, it's just, holy shit, this Brita filter is fucking huge. I'm telling you. It said something on the side like 10 glasses, quote unquote, glasses of water per reservoir. And I'm like, holy shit, this thing's like twice as big as our other fucking Brita filter. And then I went to fill it, and it fills twice as fast as the other fucking Brita filter. This thing's amazing. And then you're like, holy shit, it's heavy, but you go to pour it. It's just so well designed, like holy shit.
And it's got like a top and like a top down.
And you don't have to take out the lid and lay the lid down somewhere, because I'd always get cat hair and shit on it because they jump on the counters. And you don't get dust in there now since you don't have to open it. Holy shit, it's great. That Brita filter was what, like the picture was like
$30.
Yeah, but
wait, that's about as common price of a your old one.
Yeah, my old one I think was like, it was like 20, but it's also small.
Yeah,
but this one's big and pours fast. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, a lot of stuff you just get bigger or bulkier. Like there's a lot of like kitchen stuff. I just realized that soy sauce I got, that's actually twice as big as the one we usually get at Walmart.
Really? That looked like the same size.
No, because the one in the fridge is the one we usually get at Walmart.
It's like, oh my god. Listen, the fucking Rick and Morty, going back to Rick and Morty, I was playing virtual reality real quick. Kind of, I swear to you, it ties back into Kirkland's.
Hey, you're fine. We got like 5 minutes before the break.
The Kirkland's brand Meeseeks jokes, for all of you who like haven't watched Rick and Morty. Meeseeks are these little like disposable dudes who their duty is to do what you tell them to, and then they'll disappear, and they actually want to go away. There was Kirkland's brands ones, and I was like, I don't fucking get it. Never been. I don't know what is Kirkland's a store? And everyone's like, Kirkland's is like Costco's brand of like how, you know, Great Value is Walmart. And I was like, oh, okay. And so the like everything's bigger at Costco. In the Rick and Morty virtual reality game, you have to make like really big vegetables and stuff to feed an alien so it goes away. I'm also spoiling this game. It's been out for fucking ever. If you haven't played it by now, it's your own fault. But like the it's like a shoot, what is it called? It's like a hormone pill that like makes things bigger, right? And there's this thing you can combine stuff on Rick's desk. And so it's like they took stuff from like Walmart or like Giant Eagle and made it better and put it like in the thing to make it bigger and sells it at Kirkland's. Like that's Kirkland's brand because it's huge and like I don't know, Rick and Morty and Costco are working together behind the scenes. I don't fucking know. I'm just making up a conspiracy theory now. That's
Costco giving me money.
Costco giving me money. Costco give me free stuff. But yeah, the fucking Kirkland's brand Mr. Meeseeks were just like, what do you want?
No, but it's real nice. I really like Costco, and I like.
God, I love Costco. Everybody's friendly too. Everybody who worked there was super friendly.
I think that's just Pittsburgh, though.
It's just Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh's super fucking friendly.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, until we figured out, wasn't there like a fucking Italian mob here still in like the 70s?
Oh yeah,
holy shit! No wonder my mother didn't want to come out here.
The La Rocca crime family, which was an Italian mob here in Pittsburgh, that the last known, I will say, I'm not sure if there's any family operating right now, but the last known, I think it was Sonny Giancutti, died in 2012. I think it was really in the recent years.
Real fucking recent. And like, didn't you say that it was like they were still around and active here, like in the 70s?
Right? Oh yeah, so 70s still like they started cracking down on them. I think in the early aughts.
But like, no wonder my mother didn't want to come out here then.
Yeah,
because like that's when she would have probably been going out here too. It was like 70s, 80s, 90s ish with her stepboys. No wonder she didn't like coming out here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Pittsburgh's really cleaned up her act since then.
And the only reason why I know about the La Rocca family is because I'm working on my comic pitch, Cyber Devils, and it's a cyberpunk dystopia future of Pittsburgh. So I was like, okay, well, I need to make gangs and like criminal organizations and everything. And I was looking up like, well, is there any like we have a big Irish and Polish group here. We have we have a decent amount of Italians here too. And I was like, well, is there any crime families historically here? And I was thinking I was going to find something that was like an Irish mob or something. And I was like, I wasn't really expecting an Italian mob this close to New York.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
But I'm like, okay. You know what? All right.
In my head, those things I don't know why my head still thinks those are just things of movies that they don't actually fucking exist.
What? Mobsters?
Mobsters, yeah, like Italian mafia men with like their striped suits and shit. My brain doesn't think that they exist outside of movies for some reason, but they do.
Yeah.
Just like the fucking platypus. I don't think that's a real fucking creature, but it is.
Some people say the same thing about the narwhal.
Yeah, the narwhal is just mythical. No, it fucking exists, and it's crazy. The world is fucking weird. This is a simulation we're living in.
And on that note, we're going to actually hit our break here, and we'll get back to me going on this day in history in just a few moments.
Let's get away from like the fucking stuff they don't want you to know stuff. Let's leave that to them, like the fucking weird conspiracy theories.
And we're going to take a break and probably get a little relifted.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome back to another On This Day in History. I got a few kind of out there ones today, but first let's get started with some of the LGBT ones. On May 3rd, 1978, in Toronto, the Coalition for Gay Rights in Ontario distributes discrimination and gay minority to the members of the Ontario legislature. Liberal leader Stuart Smith supports inclusion of sexual orientation in the Human Rights Code. And on May 3rd, 1989, wait, I was on the wrong one. Christine Jorgensen, pioneering transgender woman, dies of cancer at 62. Jorgensen was the first person to become widely known in the United States for having sexual reassignment surgery, or gender confirmation surgery as is now known. in this case from male to female. Jorgensen grew up in the Bronx area of New York. Upon returning to New York after military service and increasingly concerned over, quote unquote, as one obituary called it at the time, her lack of physical male development, Jorgensen heard about sex jet reassignment surgery and began taking the female hormone ethylene estradiol on her own. She researched the subject with the help of Dr. Joseph Angelo, a husband of one of Jorgensen's friends. Jorgensen had intended to go to Sweden, where at the time the only doctors at the world were performing the surgery was located. During a stopover to Copenhagen to visit relatives, however, she met Dr. Christian Hamburg, a Danish endocrinologist and a specialist in rehabilitative hormonal therapy, or what is HRT. Jorgensen stayed in Denmark, and under Dr. Hamburg's direction was allowed to begin hormone replacement therapy, or what the actual current use of HRT is. It's one of the two. I can't remember. I think it's hormone replacement therapy, if I recall correctly. She then got special permission from the Danish Minister of Justice to undergo a series of operations for sexual reassignment surgery. Jorgensen chose the name Christine in honor of Dr. Hamburg. She became the most famous and outspoken figure for transgender people. And it's really nice to know that, like, people can't just say it's a new thing, because this happened in, like, I want to say it happened in the 50s. The article I'm getting this from doesn't really say, but, like, this is older. This is someone who was born in the 20s who went with gender confirmation surgery. It's not just a new thing. Going along, continuing with that theme, on May 3rd, 2003, Aya Kamikawa, I just butchered that, Kamikawa, becomes Japan's first openly transgender official in the Japanese government. My dyslexia butchered that one on me. I'm really sorry about that one. Now going on to, like, we don't really have any, like, stoner news, but these things to me kind of read stoner. May 3rd, 1971, NPR starts broadcasting. Not stereotypically stoner, but I feel like they cover a lot of cannabis stuff. And if I recall correctly, there is an NPR, somebody who used to work for NPR that has a podcast talking about news and cannabis out there. But the second one here is really good for stoners, especially those who like to hike. May 3rd, 2000, geocaching becomes a thing. And everyone starts enjoying, the first geocache was officially put online on that day. So tomorrow, if you're well, not tomorrow. It's tomorrow when I'm recording. For today's the 2nd, so I record the day we post this. But for those of you who are outside on May 3rd, and you're able to, go geocaching, have some fun. Go, because it's the 22nd anniversary of geocaching being a thing. So, go out, enjoy the sun, enjoy, some bright, fresh air, and who knows what you might find out there. And on that note, this has been another episode of On This Day in History. All right, and we're back. So
This time for real.
So we just did, like, the next whole topic, and we didn't realize.
And I stared at it. I didn't see the counter, and I was like, "Are we not even fucking recording?" I didn't even say anything out loud, and you just looked.
We weren't even recording. Oh my god!
Holy shit!
So usually, what happens on our break is we get high, and we smoke more, vape more, have a couple snacks,
walk around if we need to, get a drink, whatever.
And then
about 30 minutes is all the more that I can just, like, sit and
focus. And then in the meantime, either during there or later at a different point when I'm editing, I record on this day. And we just totally just did that entire next topic.
I'm glad I just looked. I just was like, I like to look at the timer every once in a while just to see where we're at.
And I feel so dumb.
Like, it's not there. Was it the look on my face that made you look over? It was funny as shit. We need a camera.
So, oh yeah, I mean, we can record through Anchor or Riverside that they work with or something like that.
It's so funny. I think it'd be funny to have like a camera up there in the corner, just like a back view of us.
I was thinking like literally just having like one
right
up
there.
here or like having it on like a tripod here so you can
So
actually see us
cool.
talking.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna look at the camera.
No, it's just gonna be us talking to each other because we forget the damn microphones here half the time.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you and I don't look at my periphery. It just becomes TV static.
Same.
But yeah, we were that high. We forgot to hit fucking record.
But going to the actual article for real this time.
For real this time because we're recording definitely.
On TikTok, thanks to the creator I leave breadcrumbs. I think based on the business card we got from them at the convention, they're the mind behind Mr. Seams.
Yeah.
Or he's the mind. He's EC Bronze. I don't know why. I always use they them for some reason anymore, referring to people. He is the mind behind Mr. Seams. And hang on, my cat's messing with something. What are you doing?
I think he has a toy stuck under there.
I'll get it for you later, Bubba. Okay. But I think it's Joshua. At least that's what I said on the business card he gave us.
Yeah.
But I leave breadcrumbs.
I leave breadcrumbs.
I leave breadcrumbs.
We've been interacting back and forth on TikTok because he made me a custom patch for MST3K that I mentioned before.
Which I put on our TikTok.
Which is awesome. I love it so much.
Speaking of which, go follow us. We're smoking out the closet on TikTok.
Yeah. If you want to follow my personal one, at nonbinary_goth.
I don't even care for my personal one anymore. I don't really use it.
I don't really either, but if you just want to see what I've done before, because I've been on there so fucking long. There's stuff that's been muted and shit.
Right.
Damn time. Oh, they're mulching.
On TikTok, we're asking all LGBT creators and their allies, big and small, to join us for this event we're going to do on June 1st, the first month of Pride Month.
Yeah.
Called #PrideOut. Pride Out is a call to action asking TikTok to address the mass reporting issues that has been used to silence marginalized groups like people of color and the LGBTQIA plus community. I know it's always been a big thing, especially when Black Lives Matter first came out. They started silencing videos and showing, things when people were I can't talk when I'm high. I don't know why. When they were peacefully protesting.
Yeah.
And getting pepper sprayed and tear gas and everything, and TikTok would take the videos down, or when people were just talking about like what's going on.
Can I point out the thing with the trans men's chests because they're not female presenting
nipples? Oh yeah, and
they
would take it down.
And they would take it down. Scars. But then you would have like cis women, or they look like cis women who would be in like their underwear and stuff, and that would get taken down for nudity.
Or they're bouncing and they're like they're just in like a super baggy shirt and then they're in their bikinis and stuff.
Yeah, and that stuff doesn't get taken down. Like weird white straight TikTok side doesn't get taken down, but we do.
Yeah, we do. And like Stop Asian Hate, when people were like, "Hey, just stop this," and
like don't be like this.
Yeah, and it was getting taken down because of the mass reporting issues.
Then you have Tinder that's like, "Hey, we stand with this," and then like fucking. I feel like that was just inadvertent shade to TikTok.
Yeah.
They were just, everybody else was like, hey, listen, we stand with this. Like everybody with the Ukraine, like, hello.
And so if you'd like to join, interact with I Leave Breadcrumbs on TikTok. If you go to their bio, they have a link tree to not only their amazing company, Mr. Seams.
So definitely support him on the business side.
We're definitely buying like Pride merch from them.
So much more stuff.
It's so much more stuff. Like I want to get like a Navy Pride hat because I was in the Navy. I want to get the I Got Your Six Pride hat.
I want to get the beanie that has the Freddy claws but make them rainbow. Like that's fucking amazing.
Oh, we should have made him do a Mystery Science Theater patch, but Pride.
Oh my god, that would have been great. The MST3K logo, but rainbow instead of like where the white is for the moon. Oh shit, that would have been so cool.
Right? I mean, we're getting him to do hats for our podcast.
We want to do our podcast like art as patches. He's super excited too. I was emailing him and he was like, "Oh,
when I got pay for that on our next paycheck." By the way,
yeah, when I got it, and I was like, "Yo, I love it so much." He gave me like a mock-up. If you get custom stuff, he sends you mock-ups before anything's done.
And he does really cool work. He's actually my Skittle for this week.
I love it. He was our Skittle before, I know, but like
we get Skittle again.
He's Skittle again. Speaking of which, we had that strain at my dispensary.
but he's got like, there was a teacher who was sponsoring a LGBT club in her school, and they called themselves the Umbrella Club.
Yeah.
And she custom ordered some umbrellas with some pride patches and everything. And if you buy these patches, he's refunding the money to the teacher.
Which is amazing.
And
like, I just choked up when you told me that.
Any other proceeds after the teacher's been fully paid off is going to go to the Trevor Project.
So amazing. Like, he's doing some great stuff. I'm so
He
glad
really
that
is.
we met him at the con.
Same.
And like his whole, like, as gay as he said, like, I want this business to be as gay as possible. Like, holy crap, I love it. I love everything about it.
But if you don't have a TikTok, or if you want to join and help or spread the word, go to www.prideout.org. You can sign up that way. They'll send you an email and you know what's going on, what, kind of the next steps are, and just kind of what we're doing and what the mission is, basically.
Yeah. Basically, we're taking the queers are taking over TikTok.
Yeah. So, and we're gonna keep reminding people on our TikTok. We're gonna be a little more vocal on TikTok, just as an entity as we are on Instagram and everything, and Twitter. I'm trying to get us a little more out there on social media, and we're super excited because next month's going to be our first Pride Month of us being podcasters.
That's
so I mean,
exciting. Pittsburgh Pride. We record a clippy down there and on our phone and splice it in.
Do you have the next topic then?
Oh yeah. So I think we mentioned a little bit earlier how I like to sit like a Skyrim Jarl, which I thought was a nice segue into what I want to talk about next. I came across this article while doing research that was like video games to play when you're stoned. It was on thegamer.com. It was our 420 episode special. This was the one that was left over from last week I didn't really get to on our 420 episode. But this was a 420 special from the Gamer article, kind of opinion piece about what the best games to play when you're stoned are. Some of the good ones that were on the list was Katamari Damacy. I did play that stoned once I saw this article. So sorry. So squeaky. So much fun to play though. Holy crap. Just for those of you who don't know, it's a game. You're this little
alien,
basically.
Alien
Dude. And you roll up these balls of stuff that like you're told to get from Earth. And like they're called Katamari. The big balls of literally translates to ball of stuff, right? And you just collect things. And sometimes it gets big enough you can pick up the whole buildings and like people. It's crazy.
Like continents and islands and stuff.
It's crazy ridiculous. Like Japanese, obviously, stereotypical Japanese crazy game.
It's a way out there game kind of thing, but it's fun.
The original came out in like what, PS2?
Yeah, PS1, PS2 era. Like late PS1, maybe early PS2
era. Did the PS1 have an analog stick controller?
Not originally, but it eventually did.
Okay.
Near the end of its life.
Yeah, because that's how I started playing it actually was when I was at RMU, and the one person on my floor had, I can't remember if it's a PS1 or PS2.
I want to say it was the PS2.
But I remember it was gray. That's about all I remember.
Oh, that's a PS1 then.
Was it?
Yeah, the PS1s were gray.
Okay. But it had analog sticks because that's how you control the alien pushing the ball. But anyway, that's how I originally got exposure to it. And I thought it was like a fever dream. Like I had no idea this game actually existed. I smoked so much pot in college, I could have just imagined the whole fucking thing. But no, to find this game was fucking real. And I have it now for my Switch. It's great. The other ones that I have seen on here is like Minecraft. You and I want to play Minecraft stoned. Get to the end because I've never actually done that in survival. Skyrim, you have been doing this so much.
It was PS2. It came out in 2004.
Okay, yeah, the PS2s also had that weird like tan gray color, and they had the buttons, the bigger buttons on them, on the front. Talk about the PS2.
Yeah.
So yeah, that definitely was a PS2. And now in my head, it was kind of blurry in my head, and I was like, yeah, I remember that being a PS2. And you had like gray controllers plugged into it. It was like the original Fat Boy PS2.
It might have been, because like you can still use a PS1 controller for the PS2.
Yeah.
Same with the memory card. So I think what it was probably like near the middle part when like near the end of PlayStation 1, they added analog sticks.
The weird like overlap area.
Yeah.
Anyway, going off topic. Anyway, we're talking about video games that we like to play when we're high. But anyway, yeah, the Katamari, I was so happy that I found out that Katamari Damacy was actually not a fever dream of me just smoking a lot of pot in college, and it was real. So that was great. I can't remember what the hell his name was whenever he showed it to me, but it was like 2:00 in the morning, and we were just playing it. I'm pretty sure I was coming down from being stoned, and I was like, God, this game's fucking amazing. But yeah, Minecraft. We both want to play it because I've never been to the end in survival. And then Skyrim. You, ma'am, have been playing so much Skyrim on our PS5.
Okay, to be fair though,
To be
I
fair,
like Skyrim.
it's
a
what an
lot.
11-year-old game on now a year, almost year and a half
system.
old system that nobody can still get a hold of.
Hey,
But it looks like a new game.
To be fair,
I'm
also playing Banjo and Kazooie on the Switch with the Nintendo 64 emulator.
Yeah.
That is a over 20-year-old game on a 4-year-old system.
God damn you, the Switch is getting old, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, to be fair though, I also think I don't have Banjo Kazooie on the 64.
No, you don't.
I don't have a physical
Banjo
copy.
Kazooie is one of those ones that's kind of hard to come by, and I'm
Yeah.
really glad Nintendo put it on the emulator.
Same, because I still want to get a cartridge of Banjo Kazooie and Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Can I just say that it is kind of scuzzy, in my opinion, the way that they set out the buttons for the Switch. I understand there's only so much you can do for the Switch controller for the 64, because that was the weirdest fucking controller known to man, and Nintendo knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the weird blister from holding it. It's fucking weird. I never figured out how you're supposed to play games with that thing. But the way that they remapped it to the Switch's controller makes it feel like you have to have. They were pushing the accessory for the game of like, this will make it easy to play, because they had the Bluetooth 64 controller.
They do, but here's the thing, right? It's the game. It's a pure just copy paste of the original code and everything.
Yeah.
And I played Banjo Kazooie on an emulator on a PC before.
Yeah.
And using my PlayStation controller, it's the same thing. Honestly, it is the exact same issues I've had.
Yeah.
And
it's just so hard to put that game on something that isn't a 64 controller.
That and the controls, it's telling you the tutorials, like the actual topics and everything. It's like, oh, he hit the Z trigger, and you're like, okay, now which one of the buttons on the back of the Switch is the Z trigger in this game?
Yeah,
that's the thing, is they don't have a strict Z trigger. They have ZR and ZL.
I still think it's funny because I was always like, when I first got the Switch, I was like, what the fuck is up with the Z? And then I forgot the fucking back of the 64
Did I really
controller.
say Z instead of Z?
You said Z instead of Z, yes, because that's what Nintendo markets it as, is the Z trigger. But anyway, they're translating into American English. Probably in the UK, that is a Z trigger, in your defense. Anyway, I forgot that there was a Z trigger on the 64 controller until like you had said something, even though I watched you play Pokemon Snap.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's why the fucking, because I was like, why do you have RL and then ZR and ZL? Why the fuck is it Z and not like just 2, right? And I just called it R2.
Yeah, you want to know why they call it the Z?
It's a throwback to the 64 Z trigger.
Yeah, and you want to know why it was a Z trigger?
Why?
Because the 64 was Nintendo's first 3D
and that was
game.
The Z axis of the holy shit.
Uh-huh.
God damn, Nintendo, I love you.
Was there any other games that was on there? You said Skyrim.
Stardew Valley. I love Stardew Valley, and we've played it high together before.
Yeah, we played it. We played that together. That's a game we love to play.
I have a couple other ones that I wanted to add.
Oh, I have some other ones I want to add too.
So the ones that I really like to play, I get into fucking WarioWare. So
oh my god, it's
so hard.
Bad.
It's so bad because I fucking hyperfixate on
It's
WarioWare.
one of those games you're playing stoned is either one or two things, and I feel like we represent both of those things. Ones that you can play and you have to have no thought process to go and you just let your brain turn off and just play. That's you.
That's me.
All the time. And then you have me who smokes, and then I get to that really like big brain computer thing meme where it's like, I am going to beat this game on the hardest difficulty I can play it on in the hardest conditions, and I'm going to beat it and not get as ragey because I'm high.
And I feel like that's why coders smoke pot too.
Yeah.
That's like why. But yeah, there's two kinds of gamers whenever you're high. Me and Rayven. And then my other one, because WarioWare, holy shit, it's the weird combination of cartoony, hyper-realistic shit that Adult Swim does that's just typical stoner culture. Like, that is a stoner game from Nintendo, and it's just fucking weird. That, and since I soft modded my 3DS, Nintendo come at me. You won't. I soft modded my 3DS and hacked it to play, like, ROMs. I got WarioWare Touchstone there, but I also got Tamagotchi Life, which is fucking weird. It was one of the weird-ass fucking games. It was like an acid trip. almost is what I imagine it's like. I've never taken acid, but I imagine that's what it's like. It's a fucking weird ass game, right? And I've made your Tamagotchi.
Yeah, my me.
It's fucking weird. It's a weird game. Nintendo's had some really weird ones, but that's one that I played at Stone 2. Animal Crossing, because I could just switch my brain off. Cookie Mama's kind of fun with all the motions and everything.
Mhm.
I don't trust myself playing Just Dance Stone, because that's probably how I'll break my other knee.
Yeah.
Kirby, the new Kirby game, just because I haven't been able to fucking put Kirby down, because I connect on a spiritual level with Kirby. Small,
Especially when you're eating everything small, pink, and
squishy,
swallows
and
everything.
loves food. Like small, pink, squishy loves food. Like me when I'm comfortable and stoned. But yeah, just those are some of the games that I've been playing stoned, and I just really did enjoy all of them.
So, like I was saying, I play games on the hardest difficulty. We'll start it off with my favorite thing where I'm still playing. I am playing Breath of the Wild on Master Mode.
Because she's a fucking sadist. Masochist.
Whichever.
Whichever one is you like pain.
Pain, masochist.
Masochist. Me. Masochist. I just outed myself. Jesus.
Um,
Sorry.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I was also smart about it. I went and got the Master Sword first before I did any of the fucking dungeons.
Yeah, you did it the smart way. That's the way everybody else fucking does it.
Because I was like, I'm doing Master Mode already. I might as well see if this changes dialogue. Because I was going to do that on my second playthrough.
It didn't. Not really.
I played the Dark Souls series.
You like to torment yourself.
I like Dark Souls even before I started smoking weed.
Yeah. You fucking... That's why I'm surprised you haven't picked up Elden Ring yet.
I'm going to.
Because
it's
you
been
just
money.
like to fucking torture yourself. Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't pick it up. It's money because working at the job I was working at the time with the discount still didn't fucking cut it. But like...
That and the PlayStation 5 doesn't have a whole lot of space on it.
They had that too. And I
You can get it for the 4 though, right?
Yeah, you can get it for the 4. It
Oh,
came
let's
out
get
for
it
the
for the
4
4.
and the 5. If you get the 4 edition, you get the free upgrade to the 5. And it's cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
So you might as well just get the 4 edition. Actually, no, Elden Ring was the same price. It was $59.99 for both copies. It's fucking weird. Because you'd think that it would be $69.99 for PS5. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to get Elden Ring eventually.
Elden Ring is another one of those fucking Souls kind of ish games. And
It is. Also, it's made by the same people who make Dark Souls.
And I want to get it.
It just has George R.R. Martin making the story.
I feel like I'm going to suck at Dark Souls, but I want it for the RPG aspect of it because it's a fantasy game.
Well, I mean, you can also do the thing like I did with my exes. I played Fallout. I did all the action and or Skyrim. I did all the combat and everything, and they picked the
storyline and everything,
like choices and everything.
That'd be cool. But like, I want to do it because it's basically, I've heard it's like fucking Skyrim and Dark Souls had a baby, and that's what this game is. That's how I marketed it when I was trying to sell it to people. But like, I want to get it too. But Time Dump, holy shit! And Time Dump is that a game? Time Dump game.
Red Dead Redemption 2 online.
God, yes, I love Red Dead.
I will sit there legit with a with one of my vapes.
That's how you killed your Bruce Banner disposable.
Yeah, I would sit there with my Bruce Banner in my one hand, holding it as like a cigar, and playing poker legit for hours.
Yeah,
just playing poker.
I was sitting there one day watching you. I don't remember what the hell I was playing, but I look over at you and you're just like chilling, like your feet propped up on your thing, like rocking, and like every once in a while you'd smoke and like had it held in between your fingers so you could still hold your controller. And I look at you and I remember thinking, you're a fucking genius. Because I wish I could do that with like my box fucking vape mod. I couldn't do that. I had to tuck it in beside my leg when I did that.
Yeah.
But like these smaller,
it was a disposable. To be fair,
the disposables are super light. This Moxie one's a little heavy to try to do it with.
But... I mean, but like it was nice because it wasn't a button either. It like I have a draw battery, draw activated battery from work,
which are super nice.
So like I can literally do the same thing with this. I just hold it like this and not have to worry about a button. But if I did have a button, all I would do is just kind of take it, hold it like loosely, and then push with my top finger. Like kind of hold it with my thumb and my middle finger in place, and just push with that. And then
yeah, I like draw batteries. I remember I was in foster care. The Views. Do you remember the Views?
Yeah,
the ones that screwed together with the silver battery. We snuck one of those in. I can't remember how. I think my foster sister's mom bought it for her, and I snuck out and bought packs of them because at one point I was like 18 and my foster sisters weren't, and like we'd sneak into my the oldest underneath me, right? Those closest to me in age, her room, we'd all sit in there and like have this little like draw battery vape that we pass around, and like I don't think we ever found out. I used to still have that damn thing in college as an emergency. If I ran out of cigarettes, I'd go grab vape battery, like the packs.
Yeah. I mean, and so the final one is Skyrim. Now you already said Skyrim on the list, but I'm saying Skyrim because I got it. I got the free update with the PS5.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to try the mods with the PS4 version being out.
God,
But then
that
I
game
spent
looks so beautiful now.
then I spent the $20 to get the special edition upgrade.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, they just added fishing." I'm like, "Okay, but they added fishing, 3 or 4 quest lines from the creation club, which they're like mods you have to pay for, but like they actually get some of the really big Nexus modders to do it. They pay them to do it.
And now the thing I like
But
about the Creators Club is you can mod it and still get trophies
yeah,
because it doesn't fuck with actual gameplay.
yeah, and it added like basically 2 or 3 DLCs worth of storyline to it.
But this is why people always pick on people of, hey, they sold you another fucking copy of Skyrim.
Yeah, but it was $20
For the PS6, we're gonna have another fucking copy of Skyrim.
Yeah, but it was $20. All I spent was for this one. It was $20. The reason why I bought the PS4 version was I wanted the modding ability. I didn't have a PC that was strong enough to run. I basically just had a laptop that was just for school only. It was kind of just basic kind of HP laptop. I didn't want to run
the same one, and I did some kind of light gaming on it. It's still really laggy.
And my PS3 one got very damaged in a move. It got a big deep scratch in it, and I'm like, I can't play this.
Yeah.
So I got the PS4 version, and I don't regret it because like it was either buy a new PS3 version or get the PS4 version.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm playing on survival mode, so you can't fast travel. That was one of the things that they added was survival mode. Tiredness affects you, hunger affects you, how warm or cold affects you, and it's a lot harder but a lot more fun.
You see what I'm excited about? Two ways I'm excited that I literally am gonna fucking buy and play Skyrim or play Skyrim again. Because as much as people rag on it and I make fun of it, it's just a thing that you do, but it's still fun to fucking play how many years later. There's a fucking zombie mode for Skyrim.
Oh yeah,
I want to play Skyrim.
That was
zombies.
One of the Creation Club added thing was there was a zombie quest line.
I want to buy it and do it, and I'm thinking I might still have PlayStation credit because I was thinking about getting stuff for Skyrim or stuff for. I've been playing a lot of Beat Saber lately because I'm very sedentary at my job and I get antsy at home. But
yeah, we got the VR version for you to try.
I had to buy another fucking copy. Thank you, Bethesda. You sold me another copy of Skyrim so I could play it in VR and just not use the same thing that Mojang does with Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did buy it on the Switch though.
Just because you can play it on your fucking Switch and you can take it with you now.
Yeah.
You bought another fucking copy of Skyrim. You did that mobile game that you also ported to the Switch. Guess what? I downloaded it on both my phone and my Switch. So you gave me another. But that was
free though. The Blades game were free, but they kind of suck.
They kind of do suck. It's the same like dungeon crawling. Like you can tell there's a generator behind it.
Yeah,
everyone looks the same.
It's legit like Nexus's Vindictus.
That's the AR thing that's like it's like Pokemon Go, right?
No, that's not a that is
Oops, sorry.
Wait, that's Niantic. That's Ingress.
Yeah, Ingress. I was thinking of Ingress.
Nexus is the people who make Mobinogi and Maple Story, Crossfire. They're a Korean MMO company.
Yeah.
They made Vindictus, and outside the hub, it's all just basically the same layout dungeon, just rearranged differently. Kind of similar to Mystery Dungeon, where you just go.
Yeah, that was fun when I was a kid, though. Like, I don't know. Maybe I could do it stoned.
Maybe.
But no, I've been playing. So I've been really enjoying Skyrim in VR. And like I used to sit and play it and it made me sick. So I stand up and play it now with the motion controllers.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get myself past the first like 15 minutes of playing Skyrim.
Because holding the motion controller, you move.
Yes.
Actually, the sword
follows the movement. The sword follows the movement and you rotate it and hold the shield like an actual shield hold like you would. And it's fucking crazy.
I need to play it then.
You have to like hold your trigger on your right one when you're putting an arrow in the bow and pull it back so it catches on the string and then you let go of the trigger and it shoots the arrow.
Oh, that's cool.
And if you like squint like you're shooting an actual bow, it lines it up better. It's fucking crazy. You can also turn on like hyper focus for the bow, like realistic bow focus is what they call it. It's fucking nuts. But yeah, if I can get over the first 15 minutes, I love playing Skyrim in VR because that's the only VR game that I found that makes me violently motion sick. almost to the point where I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like it's just like my stomach's in my throat kind of feeling. It's
Yeah.
weird because my body's I look like I'm moving, but I'm not.
It looks like we're actually getting back at that time. Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Not on that topic. I mean, I had a different topic, but I don't want us to run too long this episode.
I mean, it's up to you.
Eh,
I'm gonna
I
always
don't
add
know.
it to next
we
week's
can talk up
episode.
to next week's episode because it's just something cool I wanted to talk about that I found.
All right. Well,
Wow, we didn't think we'd have enough
topics.
We got
That's every
real
week.
into that video game one though.
Yeah.
Because we play lots of video games and we are stoners.
So once again, my name is Rayven. I use she/her pronouns,
I'm Alex. I use they/them pronouns.
and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Cue the jazz outro.